sometimes when you are letting something go, when you have decided that that thought pattern, that habit, those people, whatever, is not what you're doing anymore, the thoughts about it are going to keep showing up. So now I'm going to read some stuff from behind you. But here's what I want you to know. Everything is working out fine. There is not a problem that you have persistent thoughts about it. Perhaps some people could decide a thing and the thought never came back. Perhaps someone has been delivered from it, okay? But if that person is not you, there's not a problem. I'm going to take you down a couple of avenues. So here's the thing. I'm trying to trust that I let them go even when my thoughts keep coming. I know I have to be persistent, or better yet, not shame or feel wrong if they do. This is what someone said to me, and they're right. And here's what I want to say about it. There are different perspectives on recurring thoughts. And so first I'm going to start with scripture. Then I'm going to head on down to neuroscience. And then we're going to talk about colloquial things. What is said in society about it. All right. So one relevant passage from scripture is Matthew 12:43 through 45. And it describes an unclean spirit, and it has to do with spiritual warfare. And here's what. I'm telling you, I am convinced that part of what we are involved in, just being spiritual creatures in this world, and the whispers to us that it's not enough and it doesn't matter and why try anyway, and that we know in our hearts that there's something else for us. It's spiritual warfare, babe. You don't have to have that thought. But here we go. So from this passage, when an impure spirit comes out of a person, if you're trying to lay down something that doesn't serve you, it goes through arid places seeking rest, and it does not find it. And then it says, I'm going to return to the house I left. So this passage, while it's talking about spiritual warfare, these are also how our thoughts are. They're habits. They are grooves in our minds. It's like feeding a stray critter and then deciding that you're going to stop doing it. It's going to keep coming back because it got fed there once. All right? The problem is you, and the problem isn't the critter. The trick is it has to learn that there is no food there for it. All right, neuroscience. This aligns with the neuroscience that neural pathways and habit formation are so closely linked. And that's why when you start a thing and you're like, oh no, I'm not even going to start this thing. This seems like I like this more than is actually serving me. And you can stop it early. You can see it and stop it. Then it's not all tangled into your habits and even your personalities. Because for some of us, there are habits that we've picked up that we've intertwined into our personality and into our persona and into our actual culture, right? The culture of us in our family. So when we form habits, we create these strong neural pathways, especially when the habits either brought pleasure or relieved pain. There are I have heard people talk about people who have addictions, and they're like, they just want to keep feeling good. And what those people don't understand is for most people who have an addiction to a thing, it's less about feeling good anymore, and it's more about not feeling bad, just feeling even. So those people don't understand it, and they may never. But I want you to hear that shame is unnecessary and unhelpful, because for many people, it's not about feeling good. It's just about trying to escape feeling bad. All right, so when we form habits, these neural pathways in our brains hook into things. So when we try and break them, the pathways need over time for a new pathway. You know, when you have a dirt road, you get grooves in it, especially after rain. So people need to start driving on a different part of it. And your tires get easily plunk, chunked back into the grooves. That's all it is. It's a habit. It's a well-worn path. And for a lot of us, it can look like the path is overgrown, but honey, it just takes beep to get back on that path. All right. So learning a new way and letting the old way die, our synapses that are used to firing, choo-choo, choo-choo. Here's that stimulus. This is our pattern, choo-choo, choo-choo. When they start to die away, this is called synaptic pruning. Your synapses start to prune themselves. You know, like deadheading flowers, cutting things back, synaptic pruning. All right. So the part where our brain, where the thoughts come back or the habit seems to come back or just revisit us, that's just your brain's way of testing to see if that's truly something we're pruning or not, right? And here's the thing. You laid it down. And sometimes what we think when it comes back is that we didn't lay it down. It's just the opportunity to not pick it up again. Because sometimes we absolutely laid it down and then we pick it up. We're like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay, so don't pick it up. All right. So this is normal and it's necessary for a brain to go through this testing. It is normal and it is necessary for a brain, a healthy human brain, to go through this testing. Nothing is wrong with you. This is normal and this is necessary. All right. So sayings in society, old habits die hard. Okay, but it doesn't mean they don't die. It just, and also notice if you keep saying that, then what you're reinforcing is that it's hard to shift. So find something to say that encourages you towards what it is you are reaching towards, not about the thing that you're putting down. So if, say, smoking was a thing that I wanted to stop, then I wouldn't say, I'm a non-smoker, I'm this. I would say, I am a person who has clean and healthy lungs. I breathe easily and I move with ease and my lungs love it, right? Speak towards what I desire. Speak the life of the thing I want, not the death of the thing I don't want. Okay? Okay. So another one, a Japanese proverb says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. It's about persistence because it's necessary. It is necessary and purposeful that your brain keeps testing it so it can know what to prune away. The spirits will come back to test the house that they were driven from if they cannot find somewhere else to stay. It is normal. It is natural. Speak the life of what you want, not the death of the thing you're laying down. All right. It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. So these are things we say that are common things that maybe we weren't using these thoughts when we thought about, well, this thing, I don't want to do it. And then I keep thinking about it. There's something wrong with me. No, babe. No, babe. Nothing wrong with you. So the message across all of those, across scripture, across neuroscience, across the things we just say to ourselves and each other in passing. The return of thoughts is natural. It's expected. It's necessary. And the not picking it back up is necessary for the pruning of those synapses. Each time we successfully navigate, that it came back. And what does it mean to successfully navigate? It means we don't pick it back up. Or if we do pick it back up, put it down as quick as you can. And then speak the life of what you want. Not the death in the thing that you're putting down. And the presence of the thought means nothing, nothing, nothing about your decision. Nothing. It means nothing about your character. It means nothing about your progress. Nothing. It's your response, your habitual response that matters. And you're creating a new habit, babe. A new habit. Okay. So here's what I want you to feel in your body. A freedom. A freedom that when the thought comes back, oh, this is normal. This is natural. I don't need to feel a way about it. I don't need to think a thought about it that has anything to do with judging myself or shaming myself or the situation or that it even was anything I needed to put down. I get to speak the life of why I decided I'm moving away from it. And that's what I want to share with you. My heart is huge for you, my friend. Find a way to speak the life of what you desire and not keep talking about the death of the thing that you don't want. Don't speak that death, speak the life of it. All right? I'm madly in love with you. I'm going to go rest this face. My heart is huge for you.